So here we have the Stuff of Legend, book one of four, I believe. So this is a comic that I actually heard about through Free Comic Book Day. Yep, I got a preview of this from a Free Comic Book Day comic, and after looking into it, it sounded like something I'd be really interested in. So I decided to track down some of the copies of it. This is apparently a pretty expensive comic to track down, or a graphic novel, I guess. It's not a comic. But my point is it's pretty expensive because this copy right here that I happen to have is like an ex-library copy. And as you can see, it's kind of, there's some wear on it. There's a lot of stickers. There was stickers and tape just all over this thing, and I did my best to take it off, and did pretty good, but there's still, you see there's a security sticker in there, and in here you can see the marks where the tape was, and there's a sticker there I can't get off, and then there's the library card holder, which is permanently on there. Unfortunately, I did my best to try and get it off, but it kept tearing, and just wasn't going to happen. So thank you, Elmwood Public Library, because Elmwood Park Public Library, because I had a fun time de-taping this. You know, if you're gonna sell these online, you should at least try to clean them up a little bit. Jeez. But anyway, what this is about is a really cool story. It takes place in the 40s, and there's this child's bedroom, and the boogeyman opens up the closet and grabs him and drags him into the closet, and then his toys all come to life, and they all decide to put together a search party and go into the closet and go find him. And right there, just the very concept of that had me hooked on this. They also have the dog that his pet dog that helped him. One of the interesting things I found about this was they're kind of prejudiced against the dog, because they think that the dog like takes attention away from them. So that was kind of interesting. So they all band, or rather just the few that volunteer get together. There's the piggy bank, there's a teddy bear, there's a little ballerina girl, there's a duck, and the jack-in-the-box, and they all go into the closet, and the dog follows them. Now, one thing I didn't expect to see in this was when they enter the closet, it's like this whole other world where each of them become real. Like, they become real-life counterparts to what they were as a toy. Like, the bear becomes a real bear. The Jack-in-the-Box becomes this, like, acrobat clown. There's a soldier guy that helps him out. There's I guess a Native American figurine that helped him. There's the duck helping out real good. And you see all these like bloody, like violent battles going on. And what's interesting is like all these other characters that are in the closet are other toys that went into the closet to live with the boogeyman, because they can be, you know, real life people, and they can live how they want to, and they don't have to be worry about being broken or like discarded like most toys get. The Jack-in-the-Box guy is really fun too, because he loves to fight, and most people would be very afraid of a clown with a hatchet, but you know, at least he's a good guy, you know. Another character I really like is the ballerina, the music box ballerina, because they gave her this really cool like steampunk machine design. Like, she's got rivets all over her and everything. Her name is Harmony, by the way. And you know, the look really it kind of feels like appropriately enough, it feels very Tin Man of the Wizard of Oz. And we get to see the boogeyman in sort of I guess his human form. He's very creepy in this. He actually reminds me kind of Pitch from Rise of the Guardians, that kind of thing. And I love how he tries to tempt the piggy bank, the pig, Percy. He says, you know, you can stay here with me and as a piggy bank, his biggest fear is being shattered, which always felt kind of strange to me. Like, I remember like watching a lot of like shows and cartoons where someone has to open their piggy bank and they have to smash it, but like I had a piggy bank when I was a kid, and it had a little plug at the bottom. You just open it up and get the money out. I don't know why you have to smash your piggy bank, but anyway, his biggest fear is being shattered. So he shows him, here you won't shatter. You're made of flesh, and so he tries to tempt him into doing his bidding. Here's another really cool concept from this. Chapter 2, they go to this place called Hopscotch, which is a town that is basically a giant board game, which is run by a corrupt leader. So basically, they took the game of Monopoly and turned it into this sort of, I guess, dictatorship would be the correct term, because he imprisons people and he's constantly changing the rules so nobody can ever win. Someone probably had a really bad experience playing Monopoly or something. One last thing I do want to mention is I really like the sepia tone look to it. It just feels right for this. But yeah, I really like this. I definitely I would recommend it if you can find a copy for a decent price. I definitely want to check out more, but I'm gonna have to wait till maybe find like a nice cheap used copy of the next volume, or at least the next 3 volumes, hopefully. I know there's an omnibus of it. I'm not sure if it's cheaper to get it in the omnibus, but I'll figure it out. I'm good at that kind of thing. But yeah, if you can get your hands on a copy, definitely check it out, and leave a comment below and let me know what you think.